it's going to be a problem. But she said, we sure did. And then he replies and says, you dipshits know Biden isn't the one who struck down his own.
Biden is the one
plan,
who set up.
It was a Trump appointed judge. And then Mike, and then I'm just trying to get the story. Mike, JB says, Mike, you insulting black leftist intelligence blowing minds right now. This is why many of us black leftists look at white progressives with a side eye. You need to apologize. I guess something else happened. Let me see what else happened here.
Yeah,
go ahead, Rome. You were going to say something.
He responded to a couple of shit, but I responded to him. I'm like, nigga, you voted for Biden. How the hell you gonna call? I responded to the Jimmy Dore, tweet. I'm like, Jimmy Dore. Like, damn, that's all y'all niggas run to. Like, we are our own channel. We are our own thing. We have nothing to do with Jimmy Dore at all.
Oh, here goes. This is the tweet you were talking about of yours. I found yours. You want to read it, or I can read it if you want me to.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
This racist white boy got some nerve talking down to a black queen like Sabby. She was right. They planned for this to fail, and you know just as much as us, but acting dumb keeps your pockets full. Fuck you.
This is what I wanted. This is
get yourself banned.
Look,
Rom. You don't get
no. I got Twitter blue. I'm good. Dude, this motherfucker act dumb. He's acting dumb. I don't give a fuck what type of motherfucking circles or echo chambers you are in. As podcasters, as you know what I'm saying, as a news organization, whatever you want to call yourself, we have the same information. It's if you choose to post it, say something on it or not. We knew that the fucking bill was set up to fail. This come from the same man. He's taking up from the same man that said that if Medicare for all hit his desk, he would veto it. So you don't think that he's gonna have some type of plan to fail to get votes for the midterms? Idiot. No, you're not dumb. I ain't gonna call you dumb. You're not dumb. You're a grifter. You're a con artist. Because you plan these people acting like, oh, is this it? Can they just do this? When we have been seeing this going on for fucking years now. We have been calling this shit out for years now. Whatever the fuck they call the boogeyman and that's stopping the Democrats from doing what they're doing. Everything. We've been calling it out. We just saw what they just did to the women. We just saw what courts just did to women and people that can give birth. Don't give me this. Is it just like gonna be like this? No, motherfucker. Educate your people for real. You're not trying to go at it because you know most of your audience are fucking blue MAGA. And you was one of the front lines of flipping or pushing Biden left. Lying motherfucker right to your face. So fuck Mike.
I didn't know about all of this stuff, man. On the weekend, I'm out here. I'm at home chilling with the family, and y'all over here starting this. But anyway, let's continue what's happening. So it looks like people, like he's getting completely racial. Like people are getting like this is bullshit. Yeah, he's getting completely racial. So I mean, it is what it is. But since since maybe he doesn't know. So let me just interject a couple of things here about the student loan debt. And I just did this story yesterday. Nick and I just did this story yesterday. So let's go to Brianna Joy Gray's account because this is where we're going to get a lot of the receipts about the student loan debt thing and how we already knew. I read this article yesterday on The Atlantic, and let me see if she has the link. Oh, so let's go here. So let's listen to Brianna Joy Gray. It's a short clip, 4 minutes, but she breaks down, and this is Brianna's tweet. Did Biden rig student debt forgiveness to fail just to help him in midterms? I asked this question a month ago, and let's listen to Brianna Joy Gray for a couple minutes.
Hold on. Before we start this, you know what I hate people like Mike, bro? Because people like Mike get people killed. People like Mike got people killed, bro. They playing a dangerous game. You know, this is a propaganda game, whether we like it or not, right? This is dirty, bro. This is dirty. And you are going to act like the same man that neglected us during a fucking pandemic, going into a recession, depression. It's going to help us with student loans, the same student loans that Joe Biden is the reason you have student loans. Joe Biden is the reason you have student loans. Why would he get rid of student loans? Why would debt? He got student loan debt. He's the reason why you have student loan debt. Why would he get rid of student loan debt? You don't go to Biden to get rid of your student loan debt like you don't go to God to get rid of your cancer because he put it there for a reason. You go to a specialist. You go to somebody who actually want to do it, who's actually hands-on with this shit. You can't pray this shit away. You can't hope that this shit is just going to change by the same motherfucker who put it there. You are playing a dirty game. And I'll be damned if I sit here and let you just act like you don't know what's going on. You act like you don't know what's going on. We know what's going on. But it's money in this shit. It's so much money in this YouTube and all this merchandise shit that they are willing to give that shit up for you to have a better life. To actually educate you, for you to have a better life. For you to get out here in these streets. Because if you get out here in these streets, you're not watching a goddamn program. You're not asking a goddamn politician for a goddamn thing. You're not waiting. You out there making it. I can't feed my family, so I started a garden. It ain't as hard as they make it look. It really aren't. It really ain't. But anyways, we can start this video. But these people playing a dirty game. They're playing a dirty game, and they're going to get a lot of people hurt and killed, like they already did during the pandemic. Man, let's go ahead, man.
Yeah, I forgot to say, like the stream, get us to 500 likes. That's only 40 more. Like the stream. Let's start the video. We're gonna watch a little bit of it. It's like a 15-minute video, but she clipped 4 minutes of it. So where am I at? Let's watch it.
This issue was debated in a Washington Post column last week. Harvard professor Lawrence Tribe affirmed that the White House is on safe legal footing, citing the HEROES Act of 2003 as a legislative hook that grants Biden executive authority to cancel student debt. But the HEROES Act is a post-9/11 law that allows the president to suspend or cancel debt in a national emergency. Whether or not COVID still qualifies as an ongoing emergency is a hotly debated topic, with conservatives and Biden supporters alike aligning on a desire to put the pandemic behind.
Right. Now, this is the point, because I'm not going to play the whole video. I'm going to still play some more, but this is the point that is being made. So that there's no confusion. A Texas judge struck it down, right? But that's not... Anybody would have struck this down. Like a progressive judge would have struck this down because it was so set up as a house of cards, almost illegally, at least it wasn't a smart way to do it, because look what he did, Rome. COVID, emergency, that we can do this in emergency, and then he intentionally goes out, and what does he say in public? I officially declare COVID over. And starts talking about these things. These lawyers are using this shit in the court because you're saying it's an emergency and now we need to do this because of COVID, but you're out saying COVID is over. You see how this shit is set up? Now, it's not just set up because he's going out in public saying that. Why are you using this as a COVID emergency?
Right.
Why are you using that instead of using, I forget the name of the bill.
What do you do with the other COVID emergency money? He told us to give it to the cops. He told our cities to give it to the police. So this is the same man that's going to help us. This is the same man. Joe Biden is the white devil. And all of you motherfuckers that enable him are his demons. Straight the fuck up. I'm not about to sit here and act like you don't know any better when he has a 40-year record of just being an asshole to the working class, doing whatever it takes to cut Social Security, to cut through your you got me fucked up.
This is all they have to lean on, Rome. Think about it. Let's put ourselves in Mike's shoes. Your whole life is based on selling that it's okay. Like we're trying to take over the Democratic Party. You told people to go out and vote for Joe Biden. This whole during his entire presidency has been awful. Where people are looking at you talking about you got buyer's remorse. Look what the fuck you did with your vote. People are, and now he does his thing that gives you the ability to go look, see harm reduction. We told you Joe Biden, and now we find out it was a fucking scam. You think he's about to release that shit, nigga?
No.
He is not about to release that.
More
Because
he
now
bought
it has to
Biden,
go
more
back
he
on
bought
him. Now
Yeah.
it has to go back on him and the people that voted for him. He has to stand on this and pretend like, oh, what are you talking about? No, I don't see that. Like he has to pretend like he ain't seeing
Oh, I'm
what's
not.
going on.
Oh, we're not. Are we bombing Somalia? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
That's exactly what
Motherfucker,
they're
why you
doing.
got a job as a podcaster in politics if you don't know about politics? We know about the shit even that hurt communism, even the shit that hurt socialism, right? The shit that our people did, right?
He's trying to act like you trying to tell me Brianna Joy Gray is not in the top 10 people of podcasts that people who podcast at least know what her episodes are? You mean that he's trying to say that the person who you used to watch like a hawk because she was part of the Bernie Sanders campaign, that person now you don't know anything about her fucking episodes that come out, Mike? So you had no idea that this was set up. You don't know about her segment, this one we're watching right now, that was on the Hill. That was on Rising. So whether it was on Rising or whether it's on Bad Faith, she talked about it. She had the guy Jeb who wrote the article in the Atlantic about this. He's from the Fordham law firm, and he talks about this looks like a fucking clown with this shit.
I am a high school dropout, bro. I didn't go back and get my GED. I'm not a smart person. I looked at the shit that they was trying to pass. I said, oh, this shit will not get anywhere. I knew that. It don't take Brianna Joy Gray to explain that shit to me. It don't take a Harvard professor. It don't take none of these people. I look at that shit. I said, oh, this is a joke. This is a joke. This is a mirage for the midterms. And when people running to it and grab to it and they fall and realize, oh, I'm still in the desert. Yes, it's a mirage. You're still thirsty. Now you're thirsty to the point of hallucination if you think that this guy is going to help you. Damn. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
All right, let's listen a little more. Now she's going to break down which way he should have went that would have been more secure. So let's listen.
Behind them. The former, due to concerns about CDC overreach and politicization of COVID. And the latter for political reasons. Biden fares better in midterms if he can claim to have resolved the crisis. Of course, we are still technically, legally, in a declared state of COVID emergency. But given how the Supreme Court, the conservative Supreme Court, has ruled on COVID-related policies like mask mandates and the eviction moratorium, some are skeptical that they would uphold an executive order that depends on COVID being characterized as an ongoing crisis. I spoke to law professor Jed Sugarman, who took a skeptical view of Biden's legal standing on the Washington Post article on my own podcast, Bad Faith, on Monday, and he offered some more clarity. Both on Bad Faith and in a piece he wrote in The Atlantic last week, Sugarman argued that Biden should rely on the Higher Education Act of 1965 instead of the HEROES Act as a hook for his executive authority. Now, the language in the 1965 Act does not rely on COVID and aligns much better with Biden's own justifications for student debt relief, in which he has barely referenced COVID as a cause. The 1965 Act allows the Department of Education to, quote, enforce, pay, compromise, waive, or release any right, title, claim, lien, or demand, however required, including any equity or any right of redemption. Now, that language is squarely on point for Biden's debt relief plan. And it's no surprise, the 1960.
That is squarely the reason he will be. Now, ask yourself, Mike, why would these Harvard-trained lawyers, these Ivy, they got the toppest of the toppest lawyers, okay, on the planet. Why wouldn't they use this that clearly everybody and their mama can see who has a law degree? And this guy who writes this article in Atlanta is saying, what the fuck are they doing? Why aren't they writing? Why aren't they using this? Why aren't they using this other act that gives you way more broad and doesn't require you to be in an emergency? This is why people are saying
an emergency that isn't here anymore.
Exactly.
Supposedly.
This is why people are saying this was set up to fail. And it literally failed 2 days after the election. Barely hung on. Like literally, Rome. You telling me that's not a setup? 2 days after the election's on the 8th, on the 10th, the ruling comes down.
They ain't what they said, nigga. Watch how we put them motherfucking rails up under these motherfuckers with this one. Oh,
yeah. So Mike doesn't know this. Mike doesn't know this. Like, I don't believe it. I don't believe that Mike does not know this part. So let's go back now to your tweet, Rome, and some of the other tweets.
I got a couple of responses. You can just go on my page. I got a couple of responses to him because I'm like, dude, you know, how the hell are you talking about somebody going on Jimmy Dore? Like, these aren't.
What does that have to do?
That isn't like a gotcha.
Yeah, what is that?
That isn't a gotcha. You people fund and help white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? You send money to politicians and get people to send money to politicians. Working class people. What the fuck? But Mike, I really wanted David Doe, but I guess.
let me click on this one. So here's another part where Sabby is okay. So I'm gonna try to go here in order here. So let me try to do this. Okay, so he can no longer say he doesn't see the Brianna video because Brianna he just clicked it right here. So let's go from his reply. He gets destroyed. He got 53 likes here and 72. Anytime the retweets is higher than this, that means he got ratio. Yeah, that means he got destroyed. Yeah, he got destroyed. So he says, "You dipshits, no, Biden isn't the one who struck down his own student debt relief plan, right? It was a Trump-appointed judge. He think he's winning. He think he dropped the mic." And then Colin, friend of the show, sir, please watch this clip from Brianna Joy Gray and you tell us how Biden is not at fault. This is exactly what Sabby has been talking about. White progressives talking down to black people. And then he continues and he says, the information has been out there, student loan forgiveness since September, and you failed to do your research. But instead you punched down on black podcasters who knew the information because it doesn't fit your narrative of GOP bad. This is why the left is in shambles. And then he replies, he killed him.
Talk.
Yeah, he both got 200 likes on both of those. I'm gonna start retweeting all this stuff.
Like, bro, how aren't you doing your job? How aren't you informing yourself to inform your audience that, okay, you guys, this looked like a good bill, but it may not pass. You're not even skeptical about it. You just going with the flow. That's not what a leftist does. That's like, what the hell? We always ask questions like, what hold on. Before you say
if you're not a leftist, then
you're promising me shit. Hold on. How am I gonna?
He has 123,000 followers. He can't get five likes on this shit, my nigga.
They looking like, ooh.
Come on, bro. I heavily criticize Biden's implementation and means testing of this plan. And to be fair, he did. Because I gotta admit, because I did the stream where I played his video.
Okay.
So
I started watching this shit.
Now he gave him praise. Now I went hard on him. He gave him praise. Him and David Doe. Like, I did a stream on this. Go look it up. Joe Biden's 10,000 student debt cancellation. I did a stream on this. I used Humanist Reports video and I used Rational National video. And I was trying to show them look how they're giving Biden all this credit for crumbs. And in the video, he did say this mean tested. He did say all that. So
crumbs that get swept up. Damn.
You're not privy to inside information no one else has, but you're using this as an opportunity to punch left and virtue signal rather than criticize the Trump-appointed judge who killed it. Why would we criticize the Trump-appointed judge instead of the person who built the deck of cards,
bro?
The house of cards. That doesn't make any sense at all. Like you're saying, because listen what he's saying. He's saying you're not privy to any insider information.
But he
said,
said,
I know what you're talking about.
He asked another motherfucker, did you read the headline? But then, like, nigga, did you read the bill? Because if you would have read the bill, it would have told you everything that you needed to know what was gonna happen. Man, what just happened, dog? We just went through this a couple months ago. Why am I having deja vu? We just went through something with student loan debt a couple months ago. Whatever.
Okay. I'm trying to keep up. Sorry, I'm reading and I'm listening to you, but I'm trying to read this shit. Okay, so he goes here and now Sabby says you call black people dipshit. Colin and I are educators. Both of them are like Sabby. If people didn't know, she's actually an educator.
Teacher.
She used to be, yes, like come on. And commentators, we see you. Your mask fell off. Then he can't barely scrounge 5 likes. So when you jump into my mentions, being condescending, implying I'm naive, I'm not allowed to punch back. You are smugly, you can smugly celebrate how right you were. I don't disagree. Now he's trying to see, nigga, I keep getting 5 likes on this shit. I need to tone back, and she keeps getting all this and everybody else who's pushing back. So I need to bring this shit back. And they say, I don't disagree. Obama's EU was flawed, and how silly I am to be angry when I should have expected this. Sure, okay.
Shut up, white boy.
This will be the last thing because it keeps going on. I didn't realize it goes on and on and on. It seems like he's the type that can't let it go. So he sees he's losing this fight. So he's like, oh, I gotta save my soul because my people that are following me are watching me. So you hurl insults at them and refuse to apologize, instead having a discussion about what went wrong. They're both content creators, so why not have them on? Instead of that, you resort to bad faith attacks and don't address the validity of their argument. Shame on you. And this will be the last one from him. Oh, and then this is he thinks he's upping the stakes by doing this. He thinks he's upping the stakes by showing it. So let's listen to Sabby's video and where he thinks
how it affected her.
He's winning
the stuff that Nina
by
Turner
bringing
did,
this video
the
up.
low skeezy shit she did. Here's how it affected her.
Nina Turner responded to Jimmy Dore's tweet here, and she said, when Jimmy Dore knocks a black progressive woman for pointing out conservatives' hypocrisy when it comes to the FBI, you know he's serious about being anti-black and protecting conservatives. And now I feel it again. This is the part I think that makes me feel sad. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not even the part about protecting conservatives.
I'm going to pause here because I don't want to lose this thought, and I'm going to play it. The reason Mike is interjecting Jimmy Dore, what has some people called Jimmy Dore racist? This specific tweet about him being racist, because people are calling him racist in this tweet. They're calling Mike a racist for the way he's speaking to Sabby. So what he has to do, I'm losing it. We just went through the comments, Rome, where everybody else is getting several hundred likes to his 5 likes. So he has to go and reach and say, let me go get somebody that is a lightning rod that can balance this racist discussion, because Jimmy Dore did something to Nina Turner. So let me interject this to help this conversation.
No, it don't help the conversation. Black people wasn't agreeing. It was the white motherfuckers that was agreeing. It was you motherfuckers that was agreeing with Nina Turner over Jimmy Dore. We said that shit ain't make no sense. Nobody of color.
And that's what he's trying to say. He's trying to say Sabby is siding with somehow a racist or a right winger, and Jimmy. That's what he's trying to say. And let's listen to what. Go ahead,
man. You know what? All you white people got some fucking bigoted fucking problems in some way. I ain't trusting none of you motherfuckers until you show me. So as far as I see, you know what I'm saying, you have done more harm than Jimmy Dore, especially backing a man like this, not informing your people with the truth and the whole truth. You making horrible bills look good. You making, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it could be worse.
You know why he can't do that, Rome? If he does that, he he can't inform his audience everything, because then people are gonna start saying, why the fuck you tell us to vote for this motherfucker then? You see why he can't do that? Because then people are gonna be like, why the fuck you tell us to vote for this bitch?
Nigga, Jimmy Dore ain't tell me to do some shit that would have starved families in Afghanistan to the point that, you know what I'm saying, they eating fucking grass to the point that mothers can't produce fucking milk. That's the fuck your vote did. But you Americans don't even think about yourself. And that's a problem. And this is why they don't teach you about foreign policy, because we do nothing but fuck up the world. And if he's going to call himself a podcaster and be in politics, he better know about fucking foreign policy, because his vote is fucking killing people. What he is doing is getting people hurt. Not only over there, but in here, over here also. Having these people go into this fight misled, thinking that they're actually winning. There isn't no winning. We all live in a capitalist hellhole.
So a couple of things. This part here proves that these professional managerial classes watches all of our shit, because Sabby is messaging him from her own account. So for him to go and say, look what y'all did, doesn't that say that you watch our shit? Also think it's hilarious that you're saying my mask fell off when you went out of your way. You see how he's interjecting Tucker Carlson too? This guy understands media, and he's trying to bring in people who are in his world, who they see as racist. Tucker Carlson, Jimmy Dore. He's trying to interject them and say, you black woman who's calling me out for talking down to black leftists, look what you did. That's what he's trying to do here.
And you still talking down. There is no way you can get around. Like, I don't give a fuck if there's. We tell you guys ourselves. I don't give a fuck if it's Candace Owens. Don't say the fucking C word. Don't call.
Do you understand this is his comments? Do you understand this is his comments that he's not getting no like? Do you understand this is his thread, Rome? This is not our thread. This is his thread that he's getting shellacking on, and he got barely 2 likes. He thought he was going to win on this by showing this video. That's what he thought. But people came in here, and the thing is, he picked the wrong RBN member. What he doesn't know is Sabby is literally the most popular RBN member. Yeah. So you go after her, people gonna go after you. Like, he literally doesn't know that she is the most popular member we have.
Well, they probably know. I'm pretty sure they know about us, but they choose to avoid. It's best to avoid us. It's best to, because there is no way that you can't come out this fight looking like a racist.
She did.
Like
here's how it affected her.
Racist.
My bad. I was trying to open it without the sound. So let's just since he tweeted it, let's give it the opportunity, because I'm gonna clip this later tonight and put this video up. Let's give it an opportunity to at least see what is he trying to make a point about. So he's bringing this up to say, look at you defend Jimmy Dore, and he had to include Tucker Carlson for some reason. I already showed you why he did that, but let's listen to what he is saying is some sort of proof for his point.
Here's a black woman, Sabby Sad.
Real quick, I'm not defending Candace Owens. I'm saying white people don't call black people coon. It's not up to you. Right. Stay in your motherfucking place.
I thought we explained that later. I'm gonna close my window and I thought we explained it in another tweet. I think I was with you and we explained how it's like, because the word coon is this perspective of the person talking. So you don't just use it. You know what I mean? You don't, or a house nigga or whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
It's in the context of the person talking. So the person talking, the person is a coon to that person, and that is a reason. But anyway, let's play this video because I'm curious to see, just to refresh my memory, with the point that Sabby makes, that he thinks this is like a point. This is like some sort of receipt for him, for his point.
Sab's friend of the show, and here's how it affected her. What the stuff that Nina Turner did, the low skeezy shit she did. Here's how it affected her.
Nina Turner responded to Jimmy Dore's tweet here, and she said, when Jimmy Dore knocks a black progressive woman for pointing out conservatives' hypocrisy when it comes to the FBI, you know he's serious about being anti-black and protecting conservatives. And now I feel it again. This is the part, I think, that makes me feel sad. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not even the part about protecting conservatives. It's the part about being anti-black. It was very clear to me that this is something that Nina Turner has been feeling for probably a while, and it came out kind of like word vomit in this response to Jimmy Dore. Here's the problem. If you look at Jimmy Dore's tweet, when leftists cheer on the FBI, you know they're serious about being a Democrat. If you go back and you look at Nina Turner's original tweet, when she says her prediction is these are what MAGA Republicans are going to do, there's nothing in either one of those tweets that has anything to do with race. So it made me sad. It made me sad to see that Nina had to throw in the anti-black part. Whether that's how she feels about him or not, I had to ask myself, does it fit the current situation at hand? No, it didn't. That's the problem. I don't think it was fair to throw that in with this particular situation, because again, this has nothing to do with race. And this is not me saying that Nina Turner shouldn't express what it's like to be a black person, a black woman, etc. I talk about that often on this show. I don't think I'm saying that she shouldn't talk about that. But you have to ask yourself about the context. Is it relevant in this particular discussion? No, it's not. I've had criticism of Nina Turner. I don't agree with her on everything. I don't agree with Jimmy Dore on everything. But I never thought I would see her stoop to that level.
Boom.
I really never thought that. I felt like that was low, and I felt like that was dirty.
It was.
So that
Now,
video.
that's
Now, what was about that video, Rome? What about that video proves Mike's point?
no.
Is there
It makes
anything
them
that
look
you
worse. If anything, if people look at it at face value on what everything that was going on at the time,
Here's
they're gonna be
a
like, dude.
black woman, Sabby Sabs, friend of the show.
Shit.
And here's
I gotta get off this page for that video to stop. Sorry, let me move off.
Yeah, I'm like,
no, go ahead.
yeah, Mike, he gonna learn. He gonna learn, you know. And this is why they didn't want to acknowledge us, because we're gonna end up steamrolling their ass. We're gonna end up steamrolling their ass anyway. You know, there is no time. You know what I'm saying? Look at the. I always tell people, look at the political climate right now. There's a reason why RBN is growing so fast, because you know what I'm saying, we talk shit, we talk real shit, and we actually deliver here, and we actually trying to build stuff here, not just trying to make ourselves rich, sitting here talking to you guys about what's going on for fucking 10 to 15 years. Like, no, let's make it better today. You know, and the political climate, they just don't have it. Their time is up. You know, they had their chance and they blew it. They used it for political, personal gain, and this is all they're gonna get. This is all they're gonna get. And they're gonna be stuck in those cycles, and we're gonna be moving on up. No, but yeah, but
I'm just reading through some more of the comments. He goes on. He's the type that can't let shit go.
I asked him. I was like, I asked him, how many black people you think your vote got killed and locked up? As soon as you put Biden in office, he was like, here you go, police. Giving them niggas everything.
Man, so it's hey, this is what's gonna see. But RBN is going to have these fights as we grow, because we're not fine with what has been going on in left media. We're not fine with the selling out of the poor and the people, the lowest income working class members. We're not fine with that. And that's exactly what has been going on. Look at how they continuously sell out Palestinians. And now that's the new thing. The new squad members, Rome, I covered them the other day with Nick, or maybe you were on here, but I covered them. The new squad members, all of them are progressive except for Palestine. All of them are selling out. One of them even went out of his way to call out BDS. So that's the new squad. That's the new progressive. So it's only natural that this is going to happen because we are representing and hope to be speaking for the most marginalized. And that conflicts with people in the professional managerial class. What we want for the most poor conflicts with what they want. That's simply the case.
But
that's simply it.
But then again, we talking to white rich motherfuckers who got no sense of urgency. Like their sense of urgency will come when we start to rise, when the people get better. Because they're like, oh shit, I'm gonna lose my house, I'm gonna lose, like, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. But they have no sense of urgency because of the place that they are in right now. You know, they live in a better life than they was 10 years ago. Thankfully from the people and whatnot. They living off of the people's back, and I don't feel like that's right. You know, like I even do tours, and if I come back and I got some extra money, I'll build a bench. You know what I'm saying? Or if I feed some more people, do whatever I can, you know, just to spend the rest of the money that I raised from that last fundraiser, because I don't feel like it's right. Or if I need it, I just fucking ask the last couple of people that donated to me, hey, can I keep this? I need to pay some bills or whatnot. But these people just want to get rich off of you, man. They ain't gonna do shit with that money. They ain't gonna go out, feed no people, educate no people. These people, literal job is to keep you in the middle. They're not pushing for socialism. They're not saying anything about communism. What is your job? Why are you here? What information that I'm getting from you that I can't get from MSNBC or CNN? Because that's mostly what you guys cover any fucking way. Just talk about what they're talking about. While we're talking about people getting bombed and all type of shit that motherfuckers don't know about. That's happening all over the world. And you guys talking about Biden or Trump, Russiagate. You're not serious. You have no sense of urgency. And I don't think you deserve the platform that you have. I really don't. I think somebody else, this is why I always tell the proletarian, I think we need way more people out here. Don't listen to these people calling you a grifter. Fuck that. If you got something to say, say it. If you feel like you can teach people, teach people. That's our job. That's our job. And use your tools that you have to reach the people that you need to reach. Maybe those people aren't in your community. Maybe they are in your family. So maybe you do need to, get on the internet and talk to some people. Reach out to some people.
Absolutely, Rome. We're wrapping this up. We're still kind of commenting on it a little bit, but we're wrapping this up. I mean, he clearly know he has lost this, little. This is just a, this is not like a huge thing. This is just a small window that illustrates the division between people who call themselves on the left, but we really are not the same. Shouldn't be in the same sort of category because their socialism and communism involves being nice to capitalism.
Yeah,
that's it's just ridiculous. They're
absurd. Not trying to lose that spot. They feel comfortable. They're not trying to lose what they have, and it's not only selfish, but it's psychopathic. Seeing all the hurt that's going on, seeing that we have children in America going hungry. It's crazy how these people don't want to make the world a better place for everyone. Just some people. I don't like these people, bro. I really don't.